Hey everybody, I am giving you another update on our property in West Virginia. We are, as you can see in the background, it's still a beautiful winter wonderland. It's absolutely beautiful out. I thought I'd get a video going before a lot of the generators started going. It's one of those things that I had never thought about. I was so concerned about the noise of my own generator. I didn't think about all the other generators that are going on in the neighborhood. So that's kind of a funny thing to learn. You know, it's one of the things that we've learned a lot of interesting things in the last couple weeks, where our places of lack are, where our lack of planning ahead and thinking ahead about these kinds of natural disasters, for a lack of a better word. You see those trees behind me? Look at them, they're all busted, completely busted up. There is hardly a tree on our first hill here that has any tops left. They all broke off because of the ice storm that we had. Anyways, there is a lot of things that we haven't planned for, didn't think about, and it's been a good lesson for us. We are planning more. You know, we never know when these kind of things happen, do we? I mean, look at what happened to Texas. I mean, Texas and Oklahoma, people just simply never experienced this kind of weather. And wow, huh? Here we are, and we have to learn how to deal with it. And so it's been a good learning lesson for us of the things that we need to do a little better on. You know, a little more planning ahead, not thinking, oh, I've got a couple more weeks to get that situation taken care of. It's not that way, is it? You might be able to hear some of the generators going as I go further out to the road. So we have our creek. We're thankful for the creek. We knew that if we didn't have any water coming out of our faucet, that we'd have lots of water. We'd have lots of water with the creek. We have basically a runoff creek. There might be a little bit of a spring activity in there because it never does completely dry out. So we are thankful. One of the reasons why we bought this property was that we bought one of these properties. Why we bought this property, I can't say it, is because of the alternative water source. We knew that we had no water coming in. We could still flush a toilet with our creek water. And we also have a Berkey filter, high quality filter that can filter out a lot of things. And I'm walking through some snow and ice to get to the other side. Yeah, they are estimating electrical return this Sunday evening, before or then. So it's Friday now, so we've got the weekend to hope for there's our creek. It is just probably 15 feet from our house. We enjoy being able to hear the creek during the spring and in the fall when because our bedroom windows open up right to this creek. Oh, that's creative. Someone lifted up the electrical so they could They wanted to be able to drive through, our neighbors, to drive through to their house, but they've got electrical wires that are down. And one of them is ours to the pole. Our neighbor's electric pole right by their house snapped in two. So he has part of the pole and all the electrical things on his driveway. So I don't think he's been able to drive all the way up to his house since this has happened. All right, now we have our temporary chicken coop. I built this in a hurry because we were needing to bring our chickens up. One of the questions that we constantly get is, are you here and have you moved up here permanently? And we have not. We are still here only temporarily. You can see the chickens are there wondering what is going on. They've been used to 40, 50 degree weather, and here we are having a nice storm. We've had no problems with our chickens. They're doing well. We used a lean-to to the back of the garage to make this temporary shelter for them, and they're all doing well. Hey girls, we'll get you some water and some feed. So anyway, this building right here, a little cinder block building, we know the man that built it. He grew up in this house, but this little building, a 9-foot by 13-foot building, is going to become my summer kitchen. I'm going to be doing all the processing and canning and baking and all those things that I don't want to do a lot in the house. I'm going to leave the mess outside. It's one of the things we learned having our little urban farm in South Carolina, our little half-acre urban farm, is that the dirt comes in if you don't make a way for it to stay outside. So we are in the process of course, renovating this property and getting it ready for our needs, and we hope to be able to make all that possible. The dirt stays out, and all the farm stuff that you get stays outside where it belongs, so there's not a lot of cleaning that has to be done every day inside the house. So I'm sure you can hear a little bit more of the generators going. Hope and Jamie are in bed still, not wanting to get out because it's a little cold in there. And there's one of our trees that fell. I'm not too sad about this one falling. This was in my way of my clothesline, and it was causing my clothesline to not get enough sun. So one of the interesting things about living next to a water feature like the creek is it creates its own atmosphere, and so there's a little bit more humidity here than what we've experienced, and so we have to work with that element too of, believe it or not, a little bit more humidity than South Carolina. But because of the mountains and because of how the sun rises and sets around the mountains, we don't always get full sun, and we don't always get areas that on the house that get full sun, so the humidity kind of settles in a little bit, and so there's some things that we have to do to remediate that situation, at least improve it a little bit if we can. But each area, each property has something new and something different to deal with. So we are back to winters. our wonderful neighbors. We've got some amazing neighbors, by the way, wonderful people. They had told us that they had 3 years without any snow at all. And then the year that we come, ta-da, here we are. So anyways, I have rambled on, and I am going to let you go, and we are going to probably have a little bit of breakfast. We're going to go into town so that Jamie can take care of her clients. As you know, we are without electricity, internet, and cell service. Our cell, there is no cell service here on the mountain. It's not been done. I don't know if it's even possible with all the hills and the hollows and whatnot. So our cell phone is connected to our Wi-Fi. We have what's called Wi-Fi calling, and it works perfect when the internet is working. Not so great when it's not. So we are going to be driving into town, going down our 5-mile mountain road, and that's it's so beautiful out. I just can't even with the down lines, and it's beautiful. We'll take you up someday, up the logging trail. We have a logging trail that goes up to the other side of the 15 acres that we have. Our house is, of course, nestled right by the road, like they all are down here. And our 15 acres is all behind us. So, and it's beautiful up there. Lots of mountains and lots of hills and lots of hardwoods. And so our logging trail that we use to get up there is a nice wide path so we can get up to the further parts of the mountain. So anyway, I'm going to let you all go, and you all enjoy the rest of your day, and we're going to enjoy ours. So I'll take care.